And just like that, we're back again. Guys, many of you seen me. I'm at Sheetz on my Spoonful Saturday. This is where I did it from. And we talked a little bit about the food here. It's a gas station, but it's, you know, they got a little bit of everything. So anyways, some of the things that I've had from here, I maybe remember talking about like the burgers, and I used to get like the turkey sub, but there's one thing, you guys know I'm against it, is frozen meatballs. I make my own, but if you're gonna get a fast food frozen meatball sub, Sheetz are pretty good, as far as I remember. It's been a while since I've had one. So we're gonna review the spicy meatball, and I got two beautiful peppers here. So this one is from Steve Happy, and this one was grown by James Sarasoli. So we got some Oregon and some Yankee going on here. Jamie Sarasoli. I think Jamie's in Pennsylvania, Jersey, New York. I don't remember right now. All right, so we're gonna cut these peppers up. Keep it moving. Oh yeah, baby. You just smell them. I love fresh pods on Italian food. I like flakes too, you know. When I got fresh pods, I do fresh pods. When I got flakes only, I do flakes only. And I'm not too picky. So let's lace that up with some Yellow Reaper and some habanero. This is the Uncle BullCow spicy meatball sub from Sheetz. When you bite it like you're a starving, dying turtle. Okay. So I had the meatball sub here once or twice. It's been over a year. It's good. I don't remember how I got it. I think my old boss, one of them, I think she bought stuff like for us on her, on her dime or the company dime. I don't remember. And they were going to Sheetz, and they said, what do you want? This, everything. And someone said the meatball sub's good. Now, mind you, I didn't trust it too much because this bee won't leave me alone. What do you want, bee? Pepper? I didn't trust it too much because I'm going to be honest, and I don't want to sound prejudiced, but I'm going to. Most of the time, that bee is over here driving me nuts. Most of the time, Southerners don't know anything about Italian food. I'm sorry. I've been here long enough to know, and that's just a fact. When I moved down here, I'm like, where can I get a good pizza? And every place they recommended me to, it was terrible. I went to an Italian restaurant, Giada's. I'll say it, I don't like to bash them, but they're out of business now, so I'm not going to feel bad. Giada's, Trattoria, authentic Italian cuisine, fancy schmancy little joint downtown. I go there. We went for my mother-in-law's birthday, and I ordered something But the stipulation of me ordering that dish was that I wanted a protein with it, right? So I wanted some meat. Whatever that dish was, it didn't come with meat, or there was no meat involved, whatever. Pasta, I don't remember what it was. But I asked the girl, I said, hey, the waitress, I said, hey, are these meatballs homemade? I said, I'm asking for a reason. I said, she said, I think so, but if you want, I can ask the chef. I said, please do, right? She goes in the back. She comes out. She says, yes, they are. So I order a side of meatballs with marinara, right? I'm stoked. I'm like, hey, it's a real Italian joint. They got homemade meatballs. Most homemade meatballs I've ever had are good. So she comes and brings them back. I could tell as soon as I looked at them that they were frozen. And I just shook my head. I wasn't going to give her a hard time. You want to know why I didn't give her a hard time? Because she didn't tell me, yes, they are. Yes, they are. I watched them make them in the back. No. She said, I think so. She said, but I'll ask the chef. So I didn't want to give her a hard time. It's Mima's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Wow, I'm burning pretty good off of that. So anyways, I was disappointed in that. I was mad that the chef would lie to her. But most likely the chef was thinking that I was just some southerner that didn't know any better. You know? I grew up going to Al's Pizzeria, and they made homemade meatballs that big. They're bigger than a baseball, right? Slim, and they'd sell them by the weight. Get those things. They made fresh Italian bread. They also made rolls, like sub rolls. Fresh Italian bread or some kind of roll with them on it. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, I grew up on homemade meatballs. My mother makes them. My grandmother made them. Great grandmother made them. All the way down the line. I make my own meatballs. They're the best. But that's one of my biggest things. So there is a place now. I think it's called Damn Yankees or something. Or something like that, but it's some guys from New York or Jersey, but they actually, but they posted their homemade meatball, like them making them, like on Facebook. So I'm gonna go down there and try it at some point. I just am never, I don't know, I'm never around during the times they're open or whatnot, but I got some Italian style like hot sauces, so maybe I'll bring one of them with me and I'll do a review. Now you guys know I don't eat fast food that much. This week has been more than ever. I'm out and about and not at the house and stuff. And I'll be honest, I hate it. I hate it. I love cooking. I know this stuff isn't good for me, but this is really good. So like Subways, oh God. Subways are horrendous. By the way, I got a foot long. So, and you can get all kinds of toppings on it. You can get jalapenos, you can get whatever. I just got Parmesan cheese and on a soft roll. I wasn't gonna complicate things, you know. I wish they would have put like one more meatball. But by the way, the marinara sauce is good and the meatballs are good. So I'm not complaining. Spicy meatball. How you doing? Yeah. If I got some peppers or I got a sauce with me and I'm out, I'll do if I'm gonna eat fast food, I'll try to do a food review. That way I'm kind of giving a food review, but it's a spicy food review. You know, everything on the channel spicy. And I am not in the health, and I am not the age to be one of these guys. I watched a YouTuber, I don't know his name, a black guy with a beard. He's got diabetes real bad and all this different stuff wrong with him from doing food reviews, you know. And so this stuff is not good for you. It can kill you. It's just not good. Boy, that yellow reaper and that habanero, I usually like mixing a couple different pods together like that too. It just adds a flavor and almost an umami to it. Plus, it just makes it nice and spicy. I know I'm gonna miss when pod season's over. At this point, I'm burned out. Peppers coming in left and right from 2 farms. You know, my own stuff, I'm sick of picking them. I'm telling you, man, if you're in the South and you had pods in July, by now you're just burned out. You just look at the plants and you're like, die already, you know? But, you know, it's just in our human nature, too. We take things for granted. So, you know, what are you going to do? But I'm going to miss it. What I'll usually do is I'll get a hold of one of my Florida connections or something after Thanksgiving, you know, and order a box of pods from them. Then maybe I'll run across some, maybe in January, you know, somebody that's got a greenhouse or something and they got some pods. And then after that, it goes dark. It does. Usually I'll pick whatever right before the first frost. And let me give you a tip. I found that just putting them with a paper towel, the pods in a Ziploc bag and putting them in the fridge, it keeps them pretty good. I mean, I had pods last year. I picked the first week of November. We were eating them all through Thanksgiving and right up until the first week of December, and they were still in good shape. So, you know, we get a long season down here, trust me. But anyways, Sheetz, spicy freaking meatball, brush your hair.